Okay, Max. Here's your nose swing. Okay, first thing I want you to know is I'm real proud of you. You can tell you've been doing a lot of practice. Now remember, you're going to get better faster if you make sure you have a station here. Have a shaft there, alignment stick, have one outside. You've got to make sure, you can see how your feet are a little bit this way, your knees are a little bit this way, your hips, and I guarantee your shoulders are that way. So it's real important, not only do you know where you're aimed, but you make sure your body's aimed correctly. Okay, your grip, your left hand looks fantastic. Make your right hand, make the lifeline of the left be covered up with your thumb of your left be covered up with your lifeline of your right. Make sure it's covering that thumb up. You don't want the V in your right hand going way over here. Should be going somewhere up here, okay? You got this V, fantastic. It looks like right there. So really work on this. I'm real pleased with what you're doing on your takeaway and your turn. You can see here, a little bit of standing up. Just work on that. Okay? Now, as you go back, the biggest problem is that weight shifts to the outside of that right foot. So you really work on pretending from the start here. Pretend you're holding a beach ball right there. Really want to keep this tilted in like this is a pitching rubber and you're pushing off of it. So as you can see, as you go back, as the weight goes outside there, the head kind of goes. Very nice turn. So much better than when I saw you. Now, remember, you always had a tendency to go down with the head on the downswing. So remember, the backswing, let's keep it simple. Let's really work on this. Let's work on your setup. What I mean by that, number one, you got to practice with something on the ground for your practice and alignment correctly. Then it's easier to get your feet, your knees, your hips, and your shoulders parallel to this inside track here. Okay? You want to be able to stand back here, make sure this is pointing to where you want, then you know if you're hitting the ball straight, left, or right. Also, let's work on that grip. Okay? All this stuff you can do before you hit one shot. So if you practice it correctly, it's a lot easier when it comes time under the pressure out on the golf course. So as you go back, watch the head motion back up, and now here's where it starts to go down and forward. You'll learn to get out of that. Your backswing is so much better now. You'll learn to get out of that down. So remember, the hips are what slides. This slides. We want your head to stay back, and I'm pretty sure it stays back here when you get to impact. Yep, there it goes back. So you get to impact, you're in a good position, but if I don't move this way, then I don't have to move this way. So really just work on keeping that head still. You can hit some shots, have your dad hold with one of your alignment sticks, hold your head so you can feel if there's a bunch of motion. But more than anything, you really want to practice with 1,000% correct setup. That means your alignment's got to be good. That means your feet, your knees, your hips, and your shoulders all got to be parallel with those lines on the ground. You got to start with a good grip. Okay, there's no reason to swing and practice with a grip that's not real good. Now you've done wonderful with the left hand. Let's get the right hand now. Lot good. You have done so good with that swing. I'm really proud of you. Just keep going. Have a good summer. Send me your next, in a week or so. Let's work on that setup. Next time I see you, I want you to be set up practicing with a purpose. So real good. Look at that. Great balance. You're looking real good, Max. Look like you grew about 2 inches too, Max. Well, let me know if you need anything. Looks real good. That's the way to be working at it. You take care, Max.